Hello, and welcome to another video on daily weather charts. These videos diagnose the current weather pattern and discuss how it will play out for the upcoming day. Today's charts are valid for July 27th, 2023. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe, and we'll get started. And I'm starting today with the upper level water vapor imagery, and it doesn't show a whole lot today, with mostly zonal flow across the northern US. And then we have an upper level high that is situated over the southern United States and down into the southeast. And that's going to make for a calm weather pattern for the southeastern United States. And then we're going to look at the visible satellite imagery. And it shows a couple of storm systems, one over the northeastern United States. And we'll talk about that later coming up. And another system that's organizing out in the central United States. Looking at the radar for today, valid up through about 11 a.m. Got some scattered showers, mostly across the northern half of the country. And so now we're going to go to our upper air charts. And starting at 300 millibars, we have our upper level high that is over the southern United States. And the jet stream is mostly located up in Canada for today. Then looking at 500 millibars, we've got a pretty broad long wave ridge across much of the continental United States. And then going down to 700 millibars, we have a couple of short waves to track. We have a pretty potent short wave over the northeastern United States, and then another short wave that is located over the central high plains. Then looking down at 850 millibars, we have a pretty decent low-level jet over the northeastern United States. We have a pretty broad 30 to 40 knot low-level jet across the New England, and that is really helping to bring up the warm air advection, bringing up that maritime tropical air mass up into the region. And that's going to help set the stage for a round of severe thunderstorms for the region. We'll talk about that in a little bit here. And then looking down at the surface, we have two different surface lows, one over southern Canada and into over the U.S. and Canada border, with a cold front trailing down. Excuse me. Let's put that in a different color. With a cold front trailing down into the Great Lakes region, with a warm front that's situated over the New England region. That's going to help set the stage for some storms later today. And then we have another surface low over South Dakota, and with a cold front that's trailing back into the central high plains. And then going to look at some observational data. We have a pretty muggy air mass over the northeastern United States, with some low to mid 70 dew points up into the New England region. So that's not too common that you see that. So a pretty muggy air mass, that's going to help get some fuel going for the storms later today. And those storms could have an all hazards threat for damaging winds, large hail, and a possible tornado or two. And then we have another area of 70-degree dew points up in the Midwestern region. And so that's going to also give a lot of fuel for storms later today up in the upper Midwest region. And so also going to show the severe weather outlook for today. You got a standard slight risk from southern Maine down into Washington, D.C., and then another slight risk over the upper Midwest region. So over the same regions that we're talking about, severe storms are possible later this afternoon. And so now we're going to look into some model data. Going to look at Thursday evening, so later today. the two short waves that we're tracking, one over the northeastern United States, that is going to be moving offshore today. And then the other one that is over the northern and central United States, that one is going to be slowly dissipating. It's kind of pinched off here in the Midwestern region. And then looking at the storms, you've got storms in the northeastern U.S. Those are moving offshore by this point. And then storms in the Midwest, those are mostly tied to a frontal boundary that's going to be draped across the upper Midwest. And then looking at Friday, this is shortly after sunrise Friday morning. We have the upper level high that is pretty broad and that's still situated over the southern United States. And then we have a surface low that is developing in Nebraska. I'll show that here. So this is our new surface low that's developing. And then later on Friday, that's going to be pretty elongated over the central United States, with some more severe thunderstorms developing from Iowa into southeast Michigan, with mostly a damaging wind and large hail threat. And so that's going to mostly cover it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.